Hello, everybody. Thank you once again for joining me. Let me take off my headset to Can We Talk About It, where we do talk about the elephant in the room. Before I begin, I want to thank my husband, Charles Stinson, for all the beautiful help that he's given me, for watching over me, and for making a way for me to be able to continue with my show along with my constituents, the people who donate to my Cash App. So that's Cash App dot. Can we talk about it? Without you, I would not be here. So your donations make it very possible for me to be here. Sometimes when I'm in the street or I'm moving around or moving about or whatever, I see things that make me feel like, I'm just going to worry about myself. I'm not about to do the show anymore. I'm sick of going out here and I feel like nobody's listening to the things that I'm saying. And, I just see so much evil things going on in the street and in this world. It's just really starting to get to me. So, just please pray for me that I will continue to do what it is that the Lord wants me to do, because right now I'm actually praying and asking the Lord if I actually really should keep this show. So pray for me that whatever the Lord has for me, He's going to have for me. Um, Not only that, I was giving thanks. I was thanking my husband. I was thanking my daughter, thanking my daughters and my sons for being in my life, talking to me, thinking about me. I want to say hi to Reggie. He's a firefighter, a great dad, a really good friend. I'm praying for you, Reggie. His stepdaughter, a young lady, she's 17 years old. He used to take care of her. When she was 5, he met her, and he always took care of her. And she passed away. I guess, she just stopped breathing, and he kind of took it pretty bad. So, I'm praying for you, Reggie. I just want you to know that I'm praying for you. On another note, how I really don't care about politicians, but when I very first started, I was always letting people know about Mr. Gabe Leland. The only thing I want to say to Mr. Leland is reap it, Mr. Leland. I told you guys before he came to my church, and I want to have a sit down with him. This was way before COVID. It came to town, and want to ask him some questions about, what be going on with him, what be going on in his life, and what did he, expect to do being in the 7th district, seeing how he was over the 7th district. He was always shoving me off. I see why he's going around bribing people. I think they indicted him in July or August or something like that. So reap it, Mr. Leland, reap it. So I do want to talk about this this voting. People are saying that this is a matter of life and death. No, it's not. You're not getting your soul right with God. That's a matter of life and death. I'm so tired of these politicians trying to make you feel like this is the showdown that ends all showdowns. No, it's not. It's two dummies trying to get into an arena as far as being president. It's about two big-headed guys trying to be president. As far as I'm concerned, one guy likes feeling and grabbing on women, and another guy likes touching and grabbing on little girls. They're both the same people. They're both the same people. I just seen a endorsement for John James, and he was telling Gary Peters, I don't even need this job. Well, why are you spending all these thousands and thousands, maybe even close to $1 million? Why are you spending all this money to become somebody that you don't want to be? How you on TV talking about I don't even need this job? Then why are you in the running? That right there, we have to pay attention to what these folks say. He say he don't need the job. Okay, so why are you running again? So if you don't need the job, so what you're saying is you're Not really trying to help nobody. You just doing it because you have nothing better to do. And that speaks very high values on your character, Mr. John James. We don't listen to what these folks say, and then we're at odds with each other because how we feel about what another person is saying to us, but yet and still we may be seeing them, but we're not listening, and we never do. We never do listen, and that's a shame. When the votes come back, they're going to tally up the votes. It's going to be a new president. Life's going to go on, and you're still going to have to go to God. I don't know why a lot of us feel like one man is going to create a miracle in our lives, and he's not. Now, if Obama didn't do it, what makes you think these two men are going to do it? Did you hear this mess that Trump said? I've done more stuff for the black people than Abraham. Real estate man, please calm yourself. Now, I'm just going to tell you right now, I already voted. And I didn't vote for neither one of them jerks. I put my name in the roster. And if you feel like you don't know who to vote for, put my name in the roster, because I will definitely ask for reparations. Even though I know that we, not all of us, but the majority of us as black people that ain't never had nothing before in our lives, you don't need that money because it's going to kill you, destroy you. You know, we don't understand that money can actually destroy us. When I was younger, I came into a lot of money, ended up losing my kids, ended up losing my money, ended up almost losing my life. But we feel like money is going to change us. It's going to make things better. What's going to change us is our change of heart, is our change of mind. You know, sometimes, and if it don't apply, please let it fly. But sometimes I say to myself, some of you people are so dang on ignorant. You don't listen. You don't want to hear. You want to spit out whatever rhetoric you want to spit out. You're not trying to be educated. All you're doing is saying something that you heard somebody else say. You do things to people without remorse, which is that's really the most terrible thing about a lot of things about us, especially those of us who call ourselves Christians. How we can tear somebody down or kill somebody with our tongue in an instance and then say we're going to heaven. We need to look inside of self. We need to understand who we are, what makes us tick, before we can go out there and start telling other people what's making them tick. A lot of us commit frauds on our own lives. You know why? Because we're ignorant to ourselves. A lot of us don't want to get to know ourselves because we're ugly people. We know it. A lot of other people may not know it, but we know we ugly. We know we do stupid things. We know we do ignorant things. We know we do things to cut people down. We know we do things to hurt folks' feelings. We know we do things to get people jobs taken away from them. We are evil people, and we need to quit saying, I'm a Christian. Because Lord knows I don't want God to come back today, because I know I have issues I have to deal with. But a lot of you people, if God came today, you go to hell. I'm so sick. And a lot of you people don't even go to church and you say you're Christians. It's not about this election. It's about you getting your life right with the Lord, because it doesn't make no difference who's in that White House as long as God is your covering. So what we care about who's in the White House, we need to start, and I say this all the time, we need to start voting on the local level where it matters to us the most. Oh my God, the whole world is going to come to an end. This is the presidential election of be all presidential. No, it's not. Every year they come up with some slogan or I mean, every election year they come up with some slogan, to get you to feel some kind of way. Like I said, that's the government. They tell you when to be patriotic. Excuse me. They tell you when to be patriotic. They tell you when to be loving. They even tell you when to do evil. Halloween just passed. I know a bunch of you evil folks, a bunch of you um, double-minded folks. You put on your little ego costume. The person that you wish you could be, but you ain't, because you ain't all that. You put these costumes on to try to be somebody else to get out of who you really are because you don't like yourself. Halloween is one of the wickedest evil days, and it comes right before the election. These dates, these days, these times, there's no such thing as a coincidence, people. Please believe that. Oh, it's a coincidence. No, it's not. The choices that we make lead us into whatever situation we find ourselves in our next steps going to wherever we're going. A lot of us get this bad. If so-and-so wouldn't have did so-and-so, I wouldn't have. No, we need to learn self-control and quit blaming our shortcomings on other people because we don't know how to control ourselves. We'll sit up and be in a corner, talk about folks and downgrade folks, but the minute somebody say something about you, all hell is about to break loose. You ready to go get the crew and y'all gonna roll up on somebody and this. You know what? You people are getting on my nerves. You really are. They say don't text and drive. I see you out here texting and driving. And you do it all the time. You talk about people. What about examining yourselves? What about that? What about, Lord, I know that I'm stank and I need to get my life in order. Can you please help me? I'm going to say something so real to y'all. Look, I pay my money to come on this show that I created so I can talk with you because I want you guys to get it. I want you to know that, young women, that you're more than your boobs and your butt. I want you young men to know that you need to start learning how to be more respectful to your mothers, your grandmothers, women that you don't even know. Quit walking around with your pants hanging down. That's indecent exposure. I don't want to get to the point to where I'm so sick of you Negroes. I'm not. I'm hurt that my folks just acting like animals. We run with everything and everybody but ourselves. I said this a couple of weeks ago. How come we don't never just have anything for us? How come every time we bring a program into fruition, white people got to be involved in it? Why can't we just have nothing for ourselves? I'm going to tell you why. Because they're spies, both black and white. There's people that will try to get you to see things from their point of view as why we should have Caucasian in our midst. And it has nothing to do with my white brothers and sisters, please believe me. But like Malcolm X said, when the young woman walked up to him and said, "What can I do to help your cause?" Nothing. You can't do anything. We got to help ourselves. And this presidential election, we have no business in it. Because no matter what we vote or who we vote for, the electorals, and I said person a couple of weeks ago, but I know it's more than one person from different states, but I'm just reiterating on that. It all depends on how they feel. It has nothing to do with urban neighborhoods. George Bush, Barack Obama, President Nixon, all of these people are Masons. They were handpicked to be presidents, including buffoonery Trump. All these people were handpicked. They were picked before the election even came into fruition. So don't think that your little voice is going to make a big difference in this election, because it's not. George Biden with his 1990 bill with his black skin and white face woman. This woman, Candace Owens, you know, they got these one-hit wonders. In every election, we got a one-hit wonder, a few one-hit wonders, and then they just die off. There's always somebody got something to say, trying to jump into the election, trying to tell you this, trying to tell you that. When we're not looking to the right people for our strength. We're not looking to the right people for our health. We're definitely not looking to the right people for our wealth, because everybody talking about systematic racism. No, this is economic racism. Oh yeah, you can go to school with our kids, but you can't have no money. Oh yeah, you may make a little money and move out here with some people that's not as well off as the elite are, make you think you've gotten somewhere, and then they brainwash themselves into thinking that they're better than where they came from, as black as they are. It's a spiritual thing. Nobody runs this world but spiritual forces. And spiritual forces use flesh to run the natural things that we see. If the government, you heard Trump say one time that I didn't tell anybody about the COVID because I didn't want to cause a panic. That, I don't think that would have caused a panic, because if it did, this stuff wouldn't be rising back up. It's rising up because enough people haven't died yet. And why are the Russians the only people putting up towers? It's a lot of things that's going on around us. Like I was telling you about these 5G towers. They admit the same symptoms as COVID. Chest pains, headaches, nausea, fatigue. It does the exact same things. It gives you flu-like symptoms. Here, I've noticed that a couple of people have been telling me this, and then over here where I stay at Ryan's Pick-a-Part, they're spraying mist in certain parts in the urban neighborhoods, because I know they do it at Ryan's Pick-a-Part, and I'm trying to catch them so I can have it on film. But we thinking is one thing when we are living in a matrix society. Everything we see ain't what it is, people. You too busy paint my toenails. You too busy hand me the blunt. You too busy wanting to jump on your girlfriend. You too busy beating up your children. What is wrong with you ignorant folks? Get your life together. Wake up. Wake up. Stop downgrading each other. Some of you people talk about y'all mamas and do so many bad things to your mama. So, if you do that to your mama, you got to be an evil so-and-so. We got to start being better to these older folks out here. But I got something for the older folks, too. You need to stay in the old folks' place. Instead of acting like you 20, 30 years old, you want to go out and start gyrating. Something going to fall off of you. You need to go sit your butt down somewhere. Now, if your grandkids around and, everybody having a nice time, y'all sitting up talking, they're like, come on, Granny, let's dance. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about if your child done thrown something over your house and you come out all up in they friend's face like, hey, sit your nasty selves down. This is the stuff I'm talking about. It's all buffoonery. Then we wonder why our girls want to just jump on any pole they see. Dirty, clean, don't matter. Take your pick. I'll jump it. It don't matter. I'll make all these babies and the government is going to give me all this money. Sister, you are better than that. And if there are sisters out there that's been that way and they're trying to get their lives in order, I'm praying for you. If you want me to pray for you, send me an email at Donna Stinson, STINSON 63 at gmail.com, and I will pray for you. There's a lot of people feel like whatever area of life that they're going through, some type of battle, or there's a stronghold in their life that they will never be able to overcome it, and you will. But you got to get away from people that's causing you to be the way you are. We looking at elections and Harris and Owens, and we looking at all of these people that don't mean us no good. They don't care about you. They're fighting for the black votes, yeah, but they don't care about you. I already know they don't care about me, but guess what? I don't care about that. You better make it all about the Lord and what the Lord can do for you, and what you can do for God too. He loved us unconditionally. We don't even do that to each other. A lot of you people, you say that there is a God, but you don't believe that just by the way your actions are. You do not believe that. Some of you women run around in cliques in the dang on church like you're a gang. Somebody new come in that's probably never been involved in the church. You kick them right out the church with your nasty attitudes. That's what's wrong with us. We all got these nasty attitudes. I prayed to God, please help me to be better with my words. Help me especially when I'm talking with someone one-on-one. Help me to help someone. Now, I've spoken at girls' homes, and if anybody's looking for a speaker for me to come and talk with the young women, I'm not a man. I cannot tell a young man how to act, but I can tell you how young women feel when these young men treat them in a harsh way. So if you do need me to come in, be a speaker, get in touch with me at Donna Stinson, STINSON 63 at gmail.com. It's time for us to start being thick-skinned. We got to quit wearing our feelings on our sleeves. We have to quit letting our feelings toss us whichever way the wind goes. We think this world is going to be here forever. Things ain't going to never change. It's going to be this. It's going to be that. It's going to get worse. And we're going to need each other. Trust and believe what I tell you. We're going to need each other. I liken this world, and it's more than 10, but to the foolish versions and the wise versions. And some of you are so foolish, you actually think I can jump around and do the fool and act the fool, and then when it's time for us to go somewhere, one of them gonna give me some oil. Ain't nobody gonna give you nothing. The Bible says to save yourself. We're all supposed to be helpers one of another. You see all of these pastors in these government churches. Most of these churches are closed down, but guess what? Pastor still get paid. And you sending your money via PayPal, via your bank account. However, look, let me tell you something. There's nothing wrong with wanting to help God's people. There's nothing wrong with helping the poor, because the Lord said that the poor will be with us always. But if you're taking care of somebody who claim they're a pastor, or even somebody who say they're a pastor, all of Jesus' disciples, the apostles, they all worked. They all had a job. You tell these lazy bums to go get a job. Just because a person is a pastor don't mean they're not supposed to work. You ain't the ish. Calm down. I'm tired of my brothers and sisters being played for a fool because we want to hold on or cling to something when we already know the answer to what we need to cling on, but we rather cling on to a man. The Bible says for us to trust no man. No man. But we do it anyway, just like clockwork. Then when we're disappointed, the person who disappointed us, they so far removed from us, we take it out on the people around us. How ignorant is that? If you depended, if you depend on your heavenly power, if you have it, or you should seek it or try to get it, you will find that you will have no problems. You will stay at peace with your life, and you won't have to worry about what some man is doing for you. If we're supposed to be strangers in a strange land, why is everybody so hell bent on the elections and what it has nothing to do with us? And like I said, neither one of these people I didn't vote for, because they both mess with women. One mess with women and one mess with children. One is just a pedophile. Excuse me. If we don't get our lives together, if we don't understand that our children is all that matters, if we don't understand that the head of our life is God, and we walk by faith and not by sight, because there's things that we don't see, and God has so much mercy on us. Someone comes to you or tries to explain to you that it's more than a man trying to tell you to vote for somebody. It's more than you feeling like you getting the ups on somebody. Is more than let's get together and take from this sister that may not even have as much as me and you together. So we need to start learning how to help each other. If you got an ought against your brother, if you got an ought against your sister, if you feel like some type of way that somebody has harmed you or anything like that, you need to go to them and say, look, brother, look, I feel bad about something that you said. If a person feels like they're too good, or they want to look down on you, and they don't want to give you the time of day, and they want to cut you off, then pray for them and walk away, because the Bible says vengeance is mine. Look, the Lord said vengeance is mine. We got to start being a lot smarter about what we do. But until the next time we see each other, I want you to think about examining yourself and thinking that if you did to people what you do to people, how would you feel? So until next time, be strong and stay strong.